Hello, everyone. Nubkeks here. Got fancy meeting you here. It is time. It's time for another Faction Wars video. The atmosphere, it's electric. Here we go. We're cranking up the speed. I still haven't learned the hotkeys. We're diving in. It's all happening. Skinwalkers, 3 epics only. So, for the 3 epic only stage, as you can see from the background, the 3 epics we're going to use are Marius for wave 1, Marius for wave 2, and then because the skill is on cooldown, we use Gallius for wave 3. But you could probably use anyone. And that's how we did the 3 epics for Skinwalkers. It was pretty tough. Now we're coming into it. Whatever the Wow, that was a quick one. It's something that strikes me. I mean, we're still in a pretty early stage for Skinwalkers, to be fair, but it's something that really strikes me. How some of these stages you can spend like 20 minutes or something, like on a single stage, like so much work going into it. And it's like when the stage just lets you, when it's just like, just win, right? Just fucking win. And that was even with epics. Just absolutely ripped through unbelievably fast. So I remember, yeah, I put the wrong gear onto, I didn't use the free gear token, put the wrong gear onto Gnarlhorn. And what do you know? We had to switch it again. So it cost 1.5 million silver. And he's also missing gear. So one thing actually I want to do at the end of this, I want to go back to the start of the video. I think I started with maybe it was only 140, maybe 150 million. I don't know. We started with a bunch of silver, and by the end, we certainly didn't have any left over. So this one is actually very easy. This was, I believe this one was extending debuffs and buffs, and well, Akemtum actually extends Hex with his A2, so it's super easy. And then, of course, just he's putting out so many poisons. Any poison that happens to get an extra turn, great. Uko, same thing with Uko and his masteries. Any of his buffs that happen to get an extra turn, any of his debuffs happen to get an extra turn. All of that combines, and yeah, we're just doing the old double Akemtum. But I think this is a fairly budget run, really. We don't really need the Uko there. Even that we could use Akemtum Speedor, I think, is for all battles, I think. We don't really need Hackhorn. They're just there for a bit of safety. I really think I think you could actually do a pretty strong epic only run through a lot of Skinwalkers. Maybe not the bosses. I'm not sure about that. But definitely for the waves, double Akemtum in stun sets, they're actually crazy. And I don't even have them mastered. Like, if you gave them Arachne Elixirs and you gave them masteries to trigger the stun set more often, like, his passive's actually nuts. Again, you really want 2 Akemtums. It's much better. But yeah, as you can see, we're just ripping through, right? Like, we're chilling. We just sit back, let the Akemtums do their things, and their passive, spreading the poison damage, just keeps triggering stuns. They're ridiculous. And then we got Gnarlhorn, who has a 3-turn cooldown AoE provoke. With cooldown reduction sets, it's probably like a 2-turn. Now, he's not very tanky. He can't take many hits, but yeah, throwing a Steel Skull or Yuzan looks really good. I don't have Yuzan. One thing we did struggle, you see, we struggle to kill the Arix. We're hitting her. And we're struggling. Oh, this one was spicy. Defeat enemies when they've no buffs on them. This one is nasty. Why? Oella. That's why. Oella. So wave 2. Uh-oh. We hit them. They all have 1 turn. I was almost quitting. I said, no, we'll wait. Okay. Marius got his thing back, and I had to check it twice just to be sure. But yeah, Marius, he reduces the buff, does the damage. Oella's passive doesn't trigger. So, oh my god, I thought that was going to be so difficult, and it's just Marius, man. Fucking Marius. He's so OP. He's so OP, he kills them when they have buffs on, and it doesn't even count that they've got buffs on. But yeah, I think if they've got the 1-turn buffs and he successfully reduces the duration, he actually kills them with damage before the Oella passive places a new continuous heal, which is handy. Very handy, to be honest. We've got ye old sleep stage. So the strategy here... We brought in Zelata, our sleep specialist, and I think he slept 2 people, which was truly glorious. But we're going to petrify one of the enemies and just beat on that enemy with Rotus. You've got Stun Set Vlad, just for some extra control. Because we don't really want to use his A3 and kill stuff too quickly if we can avoid it. And we're mostly just spamming stuff with Sifi. And yeah, Zealot has like a 5-turn cooldown. He's got something stupid for his cooldown anyway. So I think I decided, hey, we just kill this wave and let him AoE sleep the next wave. But I think Sifi did far more than Zelata did. But you could do this with Zelata. It's just not going to be very pleasant. You could use days sets. Again, that's also, I would consider, not very pleasant. At least there is days in the event dungeon. Really, when the developers included days in the event dungeon, obviously they knew that this was coming, right? And they said, guys, we will leave days in the event dungeon and multiple iterations of it just so you can build up a nice day set for Faction Wars. Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what they were thinking. But yeah, you can see at this point, we're very chill. They can hit us a couple of times, but there's not much that they can do. Obviously, it makes the run slower, putting it on auto because we're going to get loads of petrifications, which we don't want. Nice 6-star speed glyph. Ooh, and here we go, the purple boss. So this is what I figured I would do. Bring in Little Miss Annie. Oh, actually, I got to switch gear back on after this. Mr. Thor, we're stealing Thor's gear. I figured Little Miss Annie would be great. This boss is a real pain in the ass. Unfortunately, oh, I'm blocking it. Unfortunately, I don't have any good... I've really poor Merciless stuff for this faction. And I've got it on Rotus, who needs it as well. So trying to get some Merciless stuff. I've got one 5-star necklace. It's not so bad, but running a resistance banner and Little Miss Annie resist banner. We have nothing better. We'll use her for the attack aura. I don't know if that was the right choice or not. But here we go. Yeah. So, oh, I remember doing these waves, and I was like, Rotus gonna get an extra turn here in his A1. Rotus never gets it. Whatever it was today. And some of the other days, he's been getting turns like crazy in his A1. Today, I think he got like 1 in the whole run. I couldn't believe it. The man just did not want to get an extra turn. Little Miss Annie hitting hard. She self-buffs increase attack, which is really good because I don't have an increase attack champion on the team. But she obviously can't self-buff if she's got block buffs from the Uko. So yeah, we're a bit slow getting through the waves. 42 turns. But here we are to the boss. And this boss sucks. So what I actually recommend doing, in hindsight, is to petrify that minion on the left. The minion on the left will taunt you and give himself reflect damage, which is really bad. Now, True Fear, they have a 50-50 to miss their turn. You can see Little Miss Annie absolutely claps the boss. But yeah, we were just blitzing through, doing good, getting some extra turns. Things were good. Saving Vlad's strip for afterwards. Unfortunately, the decreased defense got flipped to increased defense. Rotus doesn't get an extra turn. And then I actually forgot the boss does this. The boss flipped HP with us. Now we're all half dead, which is less than ideal. But for this particular run, obviously the boss flips your buffs into debuffs. Sifi does have 6 pieces of protection. I actually, in hindsight, should have put her in 9 pieces just to minimize this stuff a little bit. And yeah, we can see the boss actually kills 2 of us. We're so low on life. We're in a rough spot. So we have to be careful. But yeah, it does mean because we got that protection set on Sifi, we can buff up and feel fairly safe about it. At this point, the boss is getting low. We're waiting for Sifi's revive to come back. And then we can kill off the boss. We just don't want to kill him too early. So there we go. And he one-shots Vlad. I shake the screen in frustration. Okay, so now it's play the game. Now we're praying, Rotus, please don't don't get extra turns. It's going to be really bad. And then we say, okay, it'll be safe. We'll petrify. And of course, he starts getting extra turns. But we're just about okay. We try to petrify the minion just so we'll be safe. Petrification gets resisted. Rotus pops off 3 extra turns in a row, kills it. But we get the revive in. He doesn't kill us, and we kill him just about on time. I think we were 130 or 140 turns. It was close. And that's with Sifi Rotus. And a Little Miss Annie as well. Now, she didn't have a great blessing, but she had quite good gear. No relic, but I mean, gosh, let's be real. That purple boss, I did it in one shot there. but it's hard to have a better team without mythicals or the faction unity. This is, I don't know, maybe there's a better version, but I think it's a pretty good team. And yeah. Anyway, as you can see with this wave, Rotus, Jingwan is a big problem, right? Just one-shot him. One shot and he's dead. And then just Rotus just kills everything else. Toshiro hits really hard, one shot, dead. Rotus doing Rotus things as he is wont to do. For the final wave, we saved our cooldowns. Obviously, once again, this final wave, the Stone Skin buff from the faction unity is different from the set. The set buff, it's the Stone Skin set itself, which gives it the 50% chance to block removals and steals, etc. When it's just a Stone Skin buff, so let's say when Eilil gives himself Stone Skin, or the Mythicals that give himself, Arbase or whatever, any of them, the Undead Mythical who gives herself Stone Skin, when they give themselves Stone Skin, you can remove it, just the same as any other buff. It's got nothing special. And there we go. I think we forged up a relic as well. No Faction Wars one, but we've got a couple. Molten Deathbell, not bad. And Erethi Coronet, which is actually really good. So there you go. Those were the runs for today at triple speed. Let's go see the builds and yeah, take a look. But God, that purple boss though, bloody hell, the purple boss is something. What's happening here? Hello game. I feel like the game has been running really shit recently. Oh, I tell you what, again, yeah, I feel like the game, there's been a few things. The game's just been really shitty. I still have this, but after Siege, my thing is still fucked. I can't take my team out. I can't interact with it. They're just stuck. So I've had to submit it's the first time I've ever had to submit a ticket to support. Yeah. Clarium are like, you know what? Like, there's a Etheria restart, which people are loving at the moment. Godforge is coming out soon. Let's just shit on the quality of our game. Let's set up people to want to leave. That's good, right? Rotus, he's pretty well decked out. He's got Gore Crescent, Ward of the Fallen. It's not that good, actually. I probably should just give him Lightning Cage or something at low blessings, but it's fine. And he's like this. Definitely a character that does really well with a 6-star blessing. He's +1. That's a +1 Rotus, the first champion I ever empowered. I'd love to +2 him. Ooh, maybe one day. Sifi, as I said, 6-piece protection. I really do think for that boss, just go 9 pieces, drop the stats. I was too lazy, but I should have done it. Well, I guess I wasn't lazy. I thought the boss would be easier than it actually ended up being, given that I've got Sifi Rotus. It was a bit harder than I expected, to be honest. But yeah, just get that 75% chance to protect buffs. It makes life so much easier. Unfortunately, there's no version of this for debuffs. You can't protect your debuffs. Maybe that's a good thing. Obviously, the mythical from this faction can do protected debuffs, but you probably don't have her. We go with that. Fabian, he's in Supersonic. Molten Deathbell. Ultimate Death Knight. I guess we used him. I don't remember. If we did, I think we did. He just sits there and doesn't do anything, though. You could obviously build him to be faster and provoke and stuff, but nah, I didn't bother. Vlad, he was in Provoke set. I meant to put him in Stun set, but I clicked the wrong one. I seem to do that a lot with the Provoke sets. Doesn't really matter. And he got one shot by the boss. I mean, he's not crazy squishy. He's got 57,000 HP. He's not squishy. And I've got Faction Wars bonuses maxed out as well. And he probably didn't have increased defense from Sifi, but still, he's not tanky, but not squishy. He only has 1-star blessing, though. That's the thing. And remember, you get double. My favorite rant: if you don't have a blessing, you do less damage to the boss. Bit of a problem with Little Miss Annie as well. She would have done more damage, but I don't have a good blessing for her. That's Vlad, though. Little Miss Annie, she came out to play, which was fun. And while I think of it, let's actually take Thor. Let's put Thor's gear back on. Oh, we need to check how much silver we spent as well. I'm almost out of the free re-gear, so we'll save it for a really, really difficult faction. That's the plan. There's going to be some. Zelata, I think this is the same gear. I think we had him for an earlier stage. Pretty sure he's in the exact same gear. Terrible champion. Really bad. I mean, he's not really bad. He's got a shield and continuous heal. He's an AoE sleep. A1 sleep. It's not a bad kit. The problem, This is a 4-turn cooldown, and this is a 5-turn cooldown. Yikes. Yikes. So that was Undead. I think that was actually everything. Yeah, that's all of Undead. For the Skinwalkers, we used Gallius. I need to get him a better relic. I'm not really sure what to put on him. He would actually be pretty decent with an Arethi Coronet, to be honest, but it has attack, which is kind of awkward. I need to see first if any of my Hydra champions still need this. They might. Not sure. And this Molten Death Bell will definitely go on someone as well. Very nice budget relics there. But Gallius, Uko, and Stun, and Stone Skin as well. Bit of an arena build. 6-star too, which is nice. That's going to help a lot if we got a nasty boss for Skinwalkers. So I should check, actually. But Marius will probably make even the purple boss not so bad. He probably just one-shot the damn thing. Marius has a Cat's Gaze. Of course he does. And he's got 9-piece Slayer, because of course he does. Soul Reap. Got this. Yeah, Marius. Yeah, I mean, a 6-star Soul Reap would make short work of that purple boss, wouldn't it? If you have 6-star champion and Soul Reap, it'd be a hell of a lot easier. Good luck. Good luck. Have fun. Bye. We've got Hackorn. He's in Stone Skin. High resist. Yeah, which might be useful. We might do him like high resist 9-piece protection for one of the bosses if we're stuck. We'll see. Gnarlhorn. Oh, I left him in the wrong gear, actually. I never switched it, I suppose. Because he's pretty darn slow. So yeah, I meant to put him in Reflex Merciless. Obviously, he's got Merciless accessories, but I didn't. But he was fine. And we've got Stun Set of Kemptum. Just a god tier champion. And Stun Set of Kemptum too. This one without masteries. Just again, they're both 6-star. This one has Lethal Dose just because it's funny. This one has Cruelty. And Basher didn't have any gear on if we used him. I don't remember. Oh, I guess we used him for the Epic only stage. He didn't have gear on. That's how difficult it was. And Steel Skull does have gear. So he was in the Epic only stage. Couldn't have done it without him as well. There we go. I think that's everything. What bosses do the Skinwalkers have? Okay, yellow boss. Ooh, they do have the purple boss. Oh, that's going to be a showdown. Marius versus purple boss stage 21. Okay, and Undead. I did Undead on the test server, but I don't remember. Red boss. I'm pretty sure Undead was no problem. I'm pretty sure I 3-starred every stage on the test server. I didn't use Little Miss Annie, so that was kind of a fun addition. I do think she would have been really strong if she had a higher blessing, and she's missing out on like almost 50% damage because she doesn't have a 6-star. I guess Rotus didn't have a full thing either, so she's maybe only like 20% damage behind Rotus versus what she should be, but there you go. We've got Sacred Order and Sylvan Watchers. Do we have a triple tomorrow? Yes, and Knights Revenant. We have a triple tomorrow. Sylvan, Knights Revenant, Sacred Order. 36 stars, 27, and 27. So a couple of easier ones and then a bit of a harder one, though. My Sylvan team is quite strong. Yeah, so I will see you guys for that. Cool, there we go. I think that's everything for today. Faction Wars, it's been fun. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.